All right. Well, you probably know the rules. Around here, the robots do the painting. That means you do the guessing. And I will try to give you some clues that may help along the way. Now, we're doing the top 20 teen idols from the 1960s and 1970s. Should be fun. Okay. Starts with the most obscure, works its way down. They're all pretty well known. He had a clean-cut look and a knack for making hearts in the late 60s. His musical hits had titles like Julie, Do You Love Me? And Easy Come, Easy Go. Before pop stardom, he appeared regularly on Shindig as a house singer. Oh, Brad. Brad's in the house with a bullet. Do you remember Julie, 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 Do You Love Me, Brad? He starred as Jeremy Bolt in Here Come the Brides. Do you remember that? Tiger Beat made him a recurring front page fantasy. Oh, I think I remember my sister kind of having like an album, I believe, of Mr. Bobby Sherman. Yeah, Bobby Sherman. At the height of his fame, he trained as, get this, he trained as an EMT and later became a deputy sheriff in Los Angeles. Now, who'd have thought that baby face would become a deputy sheriff in Los Angeles? Oh, Bobby Sherman. There you go. Cute little boy. All right, there's almost equal number of men and women in our countdown. Now, she was the wholesome British face that dominated early 60s screens. Her charm won her a juvenile Oscar before she was a teen. Twin trouble was her specialty in a beloved Disney film. She played Pollyanna and won everyone over with optimism. Yeah. Brad, you're so good at these teen idols. King. Good. I figured you'd get it too, King. Yes, British face. She's best remembered for the movie Parent Trap. Remember that? Except she didn't really have a twin. She played both parts. Just, as a giveaway. Let's see. Haley Mills is, of course, correct. She was born in 1946. Both her parents were actors, and she started acting at the age of 12. Clearly part of a family business. Haley Mills. You remember Parent Trap? Yeah. I think I think they re-showed that on TV over and over. Your stepdaughter's named after her. Very good. All right, number 18. You'll know this guy. This groovy guy played the oldest sibling in an iconic blended family. That's almost the only clue you need. His dreamy looks made him a schoolgirl crush over the early 70s. That is incorrect, Brad. He once sang Sunshine Day in a polyester suit without shame. Without shame. He was hopelessly in love with his on-screen sister, Marsha. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What was his real name? Who knows his real name? It's not David Cassidy. They all kind of look the same, though, don't they? He starred as Greg Brady. You are correct on the Brady Bunch. It is Greg. But who is Greg? What's Greg's real name? Not Greg. No, that's not his real name. I'm surprised you guys don't know this one. I think he was in a bunch of other stuff. Barry Williams. Barry Williams. Williams later turned his Brady legacy into a self-aware memoir titled Growing Up Brady. All right. Now, this one's hard to believe, but I think it's real. She was one of the few female idols who could pull off tomboy and teen queen at the same time. Her expressive eyes and natural charm stood out in family dramas. She starred opposite Tatum O'Neal in a campy coming-of-age film. Yeah. I think Donny Osmond's a darn good guess on this one. But that's not correct. And neither is Marie Osmond. She made waves in Little Darling during the late 70s. She played Buddy on Family, Stealing Hearts, and Emmy Votes. Who is this? You guys don't remember. She looks like a tomboy for sure. She always did. But somehow she was still kind of cute. She was a pioneering LGBTQ figure. Well, who would have thought? Christy McNichol. Christy McNichol. We stumped you. There you go. Christy McNichol. All right. So here's one of them. Yeah. Oh, King. Very good. Very official. Now, this is one of my favorites. She exuded calm coolness like no other blonde of the era. She was cool. Her fashion sense, her mini skirts, and long straight hair set trends. She starred on a police show with serious flower power vibes. Yeah, I like Bo Derek, but that's not correct. I do like her too. This is a little before Bo Derek. You want the key clue? Her Mod Squad role made counterculture cop a thing. Do you remember the Mod Squad? She was Julie Barnes on the Mod Squad. Not Sharon Tate, but Sharon Tate was a looker as well. It's another one, but this is the Mod Squad girl, and she was pretty hip, pretty hippie. Remember the Mod Squad guys? Peggy Lipton. Peggy Lipton, does that sound familiar? We all know them after I tell you. She later married music mogul Quincy Jones. And their daughter is actually Rashida Jones. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. Now, you probably know this guy. He turned Tiger Beat into his personal scrapbook in the late 70s. With feathered hair and tight jeans, he was the stuff of teen dreams. Come on. He sang Da-doo Ron Ron. Da-doo Ron Ron. You remember that song? Like he meant it. He solved mysteries alongside Parker Stevenson. Yeah. Oh, both good guesses. Those are good guesses. And hang on to those. But those are both incorrect. He starred in the Hardy Boys, the Nancy Drew Mysteries. Yeah, this was half of the half of the Hardy Boys. And he is the half brother of David Cassidy. He is the half brother of David Cassidy. And he later found fame again as a TV writer and producer. And he is the same age as I am, 1958. Who remembers who this is? He was a biggie, and Roo Run Run was his big song. Yeah, it is Cassidy. That was so clever, Brad. Excuse me. Got a little frog in my throat. Sean Cassidy. I think I'll have a little water. Now, you know this next one. She played the girl next door. And she could also throw shade with a smile. Her hair, excuse me, her hair was perfect. And so were her outfits, at least at 70s standards. She famously declared, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. It wasn't her line, but everybody knows her by that. She had a complicated crush on her on-screen brother. Who is this? She was Marsha Brady on the Brady Bunch. Who remembers her name? Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Her hair was perfect. And so were her outfits. Think about miniskirts. Anybody remember who this is? Yeah, she did seem a bit stern on the show quite a bit. That's why we loved her. Maureen McCormick. Does that sound familiar? Maureen McCormick. She wrote a revealing memoir about addiction later on. Yeah. Okay, let's see if you know this one. Number 13. Born in 1956. He's an old man. He specialized in sensitive roles and teary stares. He starred in romance, heavy dramas with tragic turns. Ice skating and riverboats featured prominently in his most famous role. No, this was not Donny either. But Donny may show up later. This is only number 13. This isn't like number 1 or 2. He's the one who voiced the Beast, but only later in life. So later in life, he was the Beast. His breakout roles were in Ice Castles and Ode to Billy Joel. Not Ryan O'Neal, but don't you remember this guy? He was in a lot of stuff. A lot of romance-heavy dramas with tragic turns. He was also a prolific director, and he wrote a musical about surviving heart surgery. Did you hear that? A musical about surviving heart surgery. This is Robbie Benson. Robbie Benson. Remember? No? Kind of familiar? Robbie Benson. Okay. Maybe you remember this guy. He had a badge, a blonde mane, and soulful eyes. He drove fast cars and chased bad guys, but also sang ballads. His biggest musical hit, Asked You Not to Give Up on Us. He partnered with Paul Michael Glacier on a hit cop show. Yeah, there you go. Now you're on a streak again. Very good. Very good. Did you get it from the picture or the clip? He played Hutch on Starsky and Hutch. That's where we remember him. He's a little older than a lot of the other guys, right? He was born in 1943. So I don't know about being a teen idol. He was coaching. Before becoming a TV star, he performed in disguise as the covered man on the Merv Griffin show. I don't remember that. The covered man. Do you remember that? Oh, so you didn't get it from the picture? There he is. The robots are never bad. The robots paint perfectly, always. All right, I think I know this next one. I used to watch this show when I was a kid all the time. She won an Oscar playing Helen Keller at the age of 16. And on her TV series, she played identical cousins with hilariously different vibes. She helped usher in the modern teen sitcom. Yeah. Her versatility earned her both critical acclaim and tween adoration. Very good, Brad. Like I said, you're back on a roll. Very good. Here's a good clue by the robots. She starred in the Patty Duke show. Who is she? Yeah, yes, correct. That is correct. Patty Duke was a trailblazer in mental health advocacy, going public with her bipolar diagnosis before it was widely understood. Well, she's the only one who admitted to it. I'd say half the actresses in Hollywood could be diagnosed. Patty Duke. She was born in 1946 and she did pass away in 2016. 2016. Yeah, I remember black and white, of course. Wasn't color. I think maybe later it was in color, but black and white the first few years. Now I don't remember this dude, so good luck. But he is this Brit. He's a British guy. Could make you swoon with a single verse. His hit, Rock On. You remember that song? Was part glam and part ghost story. Rock On. I don't remember it. He made motorcycles sexy in That'll Be the Day. His shaggy hair, he had the shaggy hair and pouty lips were pure 1970s. He was a UK teen sensation and a film star. Now, who knows who this is? We're counting on you, King. There you go. I figured you might know it. I don't remember the guy, but I don't know. I don't remember everything. David Essex is correct. David Essex. He was born in 1947. Essex's fans were so devoted, they helped his singles chart even without a major label promotion. Punk era popularity with pop idol polish. There you go. Kind of looks like Rick Springfield. Yeah, kind of looks like Rick Springfield. But no, David Essex. Rick Springfield may show up here. We'll see. All right, another one of my favorites. Here we go. She played keyboards and made awkward teenhood look cool. Her poise as Lori Partridge won her legions of admirers. Yes, I was one of the legions of admirers. Almost, she was kind of like a Peggy Lipton type. She was the brainy beauty of her fictional family band. She was the brainy beauty, as opposed to her stupid brothers. She avoided scandal, and Tiger Beat couldn't get enough. All right, who remembers who this is? Lori Partridge. Lori Partridge. She starred on The Partridge Family, like we said, and she's Lori. She didn't really have blonde hair, as I remember in the show. She had dark hair, I think, in the show. Not Karen. She looks like a Karen. She definitely looks like a Karen, but it's not Karen. You're gonna kick yourself because she was in lots of stuff. She was later in other shows. Susan Day. Susan later reinvented herself as a serious actress, winning awards for her role on L.A. Law was the name of the show. L.A. Law. All right. Yeah. Maureen McCormick was correct for the one 5 or 6 ago. Okay. It's slow internet. That's a slow internet. All right. You've been itching to say this guy's name the whole time. He was a rock star with a thing for other people's girlfriends. Before Jesse's Girl, he already had a fan base swooning. He wielded a guitar and a stethoscope. Now sort that out. Oh, okay, Brad. Now's the time. So, King, I don't know if you remember this guy at all, but he was a rocker and he had some big hits. And he was a daytime soap opera star on General Hospital. He starred as General Hospital's Dr. Noah Drake. He launched his teen idol status in the mid-70s. All right, well, we'll try to come up with another British guy. Despite massive music success, Rick Springfield had spoken candidly about his struggles with depression. A rare move at the time. There you go. There's another one that I don't know the guy. Good luck. He could shout one word and transform into superhero. Oh. This was the original Shazam. If you remember the kid show Shazam. His show was a Saturday morning favorite among teens and kids. His alter ego traveled the country solving moral dilemmas. He played Billy Batson on a cult favorite live-action series. This is Shazam. He starred in Shazam in the mid-70s. Now, does anybody remember this guy? This guy had a pop culture resurgence with a guest appearance on Arrested Development. He showed up on Arrested Development later. He's pouting, Brad. He looks serious and pouting. Yeah, I don't remember this guy either. Was Shazam? Oh, King knows. So maybe this was more of a British thing. You're correct. Michael Gray. Absolutely correct. After his teen idol years, Gray had a pop culture resurgence with a guest appearance on Arrested Development. He looks like a happy guy. Yeah, they all have a lot of hair, Jim. Welcome. All right, you may know some of these. Let's see. This is my in-between era, though. All right. I think Brad knows this one. This golden-haired singer was practically a one-man pinup. He had a string of hits and even more fan letters. He starred in teen-targeted flicks like Skateboard. He was the ultimate late 70s poster boy. There you go, Brad. Hang on to that answer long enough. They all come around. Now, Leif Garrett was born in 1961. Leif Garrett, of course, is correct. He sang and acted his way to mega teen fame. Well, you're going to have to Google some of these, King. This guy was big, very big. Garrett later documented his dramatic rise and fall in an unflinching memoir titled Idle Truth. He was so big, King. In Britain, what's going on? Kind of looks like Robert Plant. It was around the same time that Robert Plant was playing Leif Garrett. Leif Garrett. There you go. Yeah, there he is. Teen Idol. Okay, top 5. I know you're going to know all these. You're going to know all of these. Both of you. All of you. He was the British cutie with a tambourine and a grin. Did he only play a tambourine? He didn't play nothing else? He made Monkey Mania a real condition. His accent and charm worked wonders on U.S. teens. Yeah, this is the guy. His accent and charm. He famously appeared on the Brady Bunch as Marcia's dream date. Do you remember that? I think I vaguely remember that. No, it's not Mickey. It's not Mickey. It's the other one. It's the cute one that doesn't play an instrument. He was the heartthrob of the Monkees. Yeah. Yeah, Davy something. Davy what? A common British name. Martin Short. Kind of looks like Martin Short a little bit. Ringo Starr. Kind of like same haircut as Ringo Starr. It was very popular back then. Put a ball over your head and run the scissors around. Davy Jones. Davy Jones, of course. Davy Jones trained as a jockey. Did you know that? He actually trained as a jockey. All right. Now, I know you've been itching for this answer. Who's this? He was the squeaky clean dreamboat with a toothy grin. He sang Puppy Love, and he meant it. Yes, he did. He starred with his sister in a primetime variety show. His fans were known to faint in the aisles. I think they still do. Yeah, there. Now it's time for Donny. Very good. Everybody knows. Yeah. It was Donny time, finally. He was the breakout star of the Osmonds. Now, I did see Donny and Marie in Vegas, I don't know, about 10 years ago. And it was pretty good. It wasn't a bad show. Hate to say it, wasn't a bad show. He's an entertainer. That's right, Donny Osmond. Donny Osmond, born in 1957. Donny made a surprising comeback decades later. Yes, he did. On Broadway, reality TV, and in Vegas, obviously. And did you know he was the masked peacock on the, whatever that show's called, where they wear a mask? This is Marie's brother, correct. Yeah. All right, top three. Who had this poster? I had this poster. I had 12 of these posters on my wall. Her feathered hair was a national phenomenon. She was part of a crime-fighting trio in TV's biggest sensation. And one swimsuit photo, the one we see here, turned her into a cultural icon. She played Jill Monroe on Charlie's Angels. Yeah, you guys know this one. Brad, Rob's in the house. Good to see you, Rob. Okay, you are all correct. Did you guys have the poster? Like I said, I had 12. You know, they look better with 12 all together. The collage. She's done most of the time. You know, it was the time. She redefined the 70s sex symbol. Farrah Fawcett is, of course, correct. She was born in 1947 and unfortunately passed away in 2009. That famous red swimsuit poster sold over 12 million copies. Still the most in history, and I had 12 of them. All right, we got two more. Two more teen idols. This guy's still big. He started as a sweat hog and ended up a disco king. His dance move launched 1,000 platform shoes. He flew high in Greece and Saturday Night Fever. Yeah, very good, Brad. Did you tell from the picture already? Or was it my clue? Sweat hog. He was a sweat hog, right? He made up your nose with a rubber hose a catchphrase. What do you think? We should do a category that's famous catchphrases from TV shows. What do you think? Catchphrase. He was Vinnie Barbarino on Welcome Back, Kotter. Yeah. Was he in Carrie? I didn't know he was in Carrie. Pulp Fiction. Yes. Vinnie Barbarino on Welcome Back, Kotter. John Travolta, of course. 1954. Travolta got his pilot's license and now flies jumbo jets. Yeah. He's the one who killed Pega. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, right. I'm going to have to rewatch that show just for that. All right. Number one. You've been wanting him all night long, and you finally got him. He was the biggest heartthrob of the 1970s. Period. His concerts caused crowd hysteria not seen since the Beatles. He played guitar, and he played it cool on a hit sitcom. Yeah. All right. Rob got it first. Brad. He was Keith Partridge. This is Keith. Teen Idol royalty. All right, now, who is the little redheaded brother? Anybody remember that? What's his name? Bobby Darin. Not Bobby Darin. Rob has it. Rob has it. He made bell-bottom and shag haircuts a national obsession. And he's the number one teen idol heartthrob of the 60s and 70s. That's right, David Cassidy. David Cassidy, born in 1950, and he did pass away in 2017. Cassidy once played Madison Square Garden and had to escape in an ambulance due to the screaming fans. Yeah, Danny Played by, what's his name? Botticelli or something like that. He's a character. Well, that was kinda fun. You guys did very well. You guys knew almost all of them. Stumped you a couple of times, but not too much.